Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're heading out, conceptually at least, to the eastern side of Tokyo. We're zooming in on Katsushika Ward. But our real focus is a place that, well, it officially disappeared almost a century back, Kameao Village.
Right. Kameao is such a great example of this kind of layered history we often talk about. It was, a proper administrative village.
Okay.
Part of the old Minamikatsushika district, set up in 1889. And the name itself, Kameao, it's basically a mashup. It took Kame from Kameari, from Aoto.
Ah, I see.
And it also covered the area we now know as Sunahara, or what was Sunahara Village.
So it's like a ghost village almost. Its history, its identity, it's kind of scattered across the modern map now.
Exactly.
So our mission today really is to piece that back together. We want to dig into those fantastic historical stories, the folklore, the big changes, those lost rituals, and also pinpoint the hidden gems you can actually still visit. Things you can experience today in Kameari, Aoto, and that Sunahara area.
Sounds good.
Let's start with Kameari. It's probably the most famous name of the three, right?
Yeah.
Today, Kameari means turtle exists. Sounds pretty positive, auspicious even.
It does now, yeah.
But what's the story there? How did it get that specific, hopeful name?
Well, it's fascinating because the name is essentially like a historical fix, a correction. The area way back was mostly low-lying wetland, perfect for rice paddies.
Okay.
And back in the Kamakura period, maybe around 1276, the place was called Kamenashi.
Kamenashi.
Yeah, turtle none.
Oh.
Yeah.
None Turtle Village. Doesn't exactly scream good fortune, does it?
Not at all. It was definitely seen as bad luck. One theory, and it's quite plausible, is that you'd see these sheaves of rice straw drying in the fields in autumn.
Right.
And they apparently looked a bit like turtle shells, but there were no actual turtles around, so turtle none.
Huh. Interesting visual.
But yeah, bad vibes. So they needed a rebrand, basically. It went through this middle phase, still pronounced Kamenashi, but written with a different character, one that sounded a bit like Ari, meaning pear.
Sort of stepping stone.
Exactly. Before they finally landed on Kameari, turtle exists. Much better, right? It's a community literally choosing a better destiny through its name.
I love that. That journey from bad luck to good luck is a great starting point. So before it got swallowed up by Tokyo proper, what was Kameari like? Where was the main hub?
Well, the Old Town Center was really strung along the Meido Highway. That's where you found all the traditional businesses.
Like what kind of shops?
You had your police station, naturally, but also things like palanquin makers, barrel makers, umbrella shops, very specific trades, and even some entertainment like the Senyuken Theater.
A proper little town center.
Definitely. But that traditional feel, it changed really fast, especially starting in the early Showa period.
What drove that change? What was the tipping point?
Industry. Plain and simple. The huge catalyst was the Hitachi Works Kameari factory opening in 1937.
Oh, okay. A big employer.
Massive. And it completely shifted the town's gravity. Suddenly, the area north of the train station near the Joban line just exploded.
Yeah.
All these small eateries, little shops, they popped up everywhere to serve the factory workers.
Right, catering to the new workforce.
Exactly. And even Sunahara, which was quieter, more agricultural next door, it quickly got developed with dormitories and housing for the Hitachi employees.
That whole story, the name change, the industrial shift, it sets us up nicely to find those hidden spots today. If you go to Kameari now, wanting to connect with that turtle story, where should you look?
First stop has to be Kameari Katori Shrine. It's perfect because it doesn't just talk about the Kameari legend, it shows it to you.
How so?
Well, most Shinto shrines have komainu, those lion dog guardians, right?
Yeah.
Katori Shrine has komagame, stone turtles, guarding the entrance. They're a direct physical link back to that name change, that quest for good fortune centuries ago. It connects today right back to that ancient story.
Wow, okay, stone turtles. That's a great visual gem. But the shrine also marks something else, right? Something more about the community itself.
Yes, and this is detail you could easily walk right past. Inside the shrine grounds, look for the Genki Well stone monument.
Genki Well?
That dates back to 1813. And it commemorates this amazing community effort. See, before then, the well water in the village was apparently often muddy, not great to drink.
Oh.
So this local elder, Genki Yamazaki, he actually worked together with a local official. They put in the effort, found a clean, deep underground water source, and they piped it to dozens of places around the village so everyone could access clean water. The monument celebrates that.
That's incredible. A monument to infrastructure, basically.
Yeah.
To community problem solving. Not a battle, but clean water.
Exactly. Grassroots history, like you said.
Yeah.
Really powerful when you know the story.
Okay, so from community engineering to, well, something completely different. Kameari also has one of the weirdest, most wonderful bits of folklore where old beliefs met the modern world. Tell us about the Mujina.
Ah, yes, the Mujinazuka. The Badger Mound. It's over at Kanseiji Temple.
Okay.
And this story comes from the Meiji era, right when the new Joban Line Railway was built through the area. The legend goes that a Mujina, that's a kind of shape-shifting spirit animal, sort of like a tanuki or badger, it became obsessed with the train.
Obsessed.
Yeah, apparently it learned to mimic the train whistle, started playing tricks on people, but then tragically the story says it was actually hit and killed by the real train.
Oh, no.
I know. But what's touching is what happened next. The community, faced with this, spirit animal killed by new technology.
They didn't just ignore it.
No, they built a mound to commemorate it, the Mujinazuka. It was rebuilt in the 1950s, actually. It's this really poignant symbol, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It marks that clash between technology, the railway, and the old ways, the spirit world, nature. And they chose empathy. They honored the creature.
That's a fantastic story. So that brings us to the third part of Old Kameao Village, Sunahara. We mentioned it got built up with factory housing. Did it leave behind its own unique spiritual mark, like Katori Shrine in Kameari?
It did, yeah. You have to look for Takagi Shrine. That was the village shrine, the Chinju, for Old Sunahara.
Takagi Shrine, okay.
Its old name was Rakuten, and its origin story is tied up in samurai history. Local tradition says it was founded by retainers of the Satomi clan after they lost the Battle of Kunodai.
Wow, so that connects Sunahara directly to the Sengoku period, the Warring States era.
Pretty much. It gives that specific bit of land a whole different historical flavor compared to Kameari's turtles and industry. You've got this layer of warrior history there, too.
Okay, so that helps paint the picture of Kameao, the Lucky Turtle area, the industrial boom zone, and this former samurai-linked farmland. Let's shift gear to Aoto now. If Kameari is the turtle, Aoto seems all about water, right?
Absolutely. The name Aoto tells you that straight away. It literally means something like water's entrance or port. Well, Ao can mean water or blue, and Tu means entrance or gateway. It reflects Aoto's past as a really important junction for water transport on the Nakagawa River. It was a key spot for boats, for trade, long before roads became the main thing.
Interesting. And even though it eventually became more residential, maybe some light industry, Aoto held on to its farming roots for quite a while, didn't it? With some really specific local crafts.
Oh, definitely. It was still very agricultural right up into the 1950s. They grew rice, of course, but many families specialized in making shimenawa.
Those are the New Year's ropes, right? The sacred straw ones.
Exactly. But Edo was known for specific small types, like wakazari and rinbo. These are like little wreaths or hoops made of straw, things you'd hang on your door for New Year's to bring good luck.
Ah, local specialty.
Yeah, and another thing, Aoto was known for producing really good quality clay. It was used for making Imato-yaki ceramics, which are quite famous.
So, hidden local industries beneath the surface. Did Aoto also have unique local customs, maybe rituals tied to that history that has sort of faded now?
Oh, for sure. There are a couple that really paint a picture of a lost way of life. One was called Senso Manzo.
Senso Manzo?
Yeah, it was a children's thing. Apparently happened before the Taisho era, so early 20th century or before. On January 15th, kids would carry these little decorated boats around the village.
Goats.
Yeah, small ones. And they'd chant something to collect offerings like money or rice cakes from each house. It feels clearly linked to that water transport history, maybe wishing for safe journeys or good harvests.
That sounds lovely. A kid's boat parade for offerings. What was the other one?
That was Machimuke at Enmeiji Temple. This happened during the Ekijin-sama festival on April 15th. That's the festival for the plague god, warding off illness.
Okay.
The tradition was locals would make special kusamochi. Those are sticky rice dumplings made with mugwort, often green. And they'd invite all their relatives to visit them in Edo. That act of welcoming relatives was the machimuke.
A homecoming tradition.
Sort of, yeah. But the really unique part, new brides in the village, women who had recently married into Aoto families, they would visit Enmeiji Temple in their full wedding kimono during this festival.
Wow. In their wedding outfits.
Yes. Can you imagine? That tradition apparently continued right up until the 1950s, seeing new brides walking around the festival in their formal wedding gear.
That image really adds color to this vanished village life, doesn't it? Amazing. Okay, so let's bring this forward. We've got turtles, wells, badgers, ancient rituals, this incredibly rich, layered history. But let's be honest, for many people around the world today, Kameari means one thing above all else: pop culture.
Right. That's the big modern overlay, isn't it? You almost can't talk about Kameari without mentioning Kochikame.
Exactly. The manga series, Kochira Katsushika Kameari Kunma Hashutsujo, set right there.
Hugely popular, ran for decades. It put Kameari on the map globally in a completely different way.
And the town really leans into it, doesn't it? It's become a sort of pilgrimage site for fans.
Oh, completely. They've embraced it. You walk around the station area and there are, over 15 bronze statues of the characters, especially the main guy, Ryo-san.
Right.
It basically creates this ready-made walking tour for fans, blurring the lines between the fictional world and the real place.
But it's not just manga, is it? We talked about Tsunohara's warrior past, but Katsushika Ward's modern fame for sports also ties back into Kameari's history.
It does. It ties back beautifully. Katsushika Ward is where the creator of Captain Tsubasa, the classic soccer manga, is from.
Oh, right.
And guess where that pops up? Back at Kameari Katori Shrine, the same place with the stone turtles.
No? How?
They have a special ima cake, the wooden racks where you hang prayer plaques.
Yeah, ima.
Theirs is shaped like a soccer goal, and you can buy a special ima there to pray for things like victory in sports, good leg health, or just general success in athletic stuff. It's the ancient shrine embracing a modern local hero.
That's brilliant. Ancient turtles and modern soccer prayers, side by side.
It shows that continuity, adapting tradition.
And this evolution is still happening, right?
Yeah.
The area isn't just resting on its history or its manga fame. There are new cultural spots popping up.
Absolutely. If you look literally under the elevated train tracks near Kameari Station, you'll find one of the newest spots. It's called the Squat Kameari Art Center, or SCAC.
SCAC.
Yeah, opened in 2024. It's in this repurposed space, got an art bookshop, a record store, a little cafe. It just shows the area is still alive, still adding new layers, still culturally buzzing.
So wrapping this all up, this deep dive into Kameao, this village that technically doesn't exist anymore, what does this story tell us about how communities, survive and keep their identity?
Well, if you look at the whole picture, Kameari's determined turtle rebranding, Oto's connection to water and crafts, Tsunohara's samurai echoes the story of Kameao, shows that communities don't necessarily preserve themselves by, resisting change.
Right.
Instead, they seem to thrive by weaving the new stuff, whether it's a factory, a railway line, or even a global manga hit into their existing cultural fabric, into their folklore, their beliefs, their shared stories.
Like the Mujina mound getting rebuilt. Or the shrine adopting soccer prayers.
Exactly. It suggests that the continuity of spirit, that ability to adapt and integrate, is maybe more important than keeping things exactly the same.
That's a really powerful takeaway. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Next time you're exploring a city, maybe look beyond just the big famous landmarks. Try looking for the meaning hidden in the street names, or in the smallest monuments you might normally ignore, like that Genkai well stone. What story is your own neighborhood's name? Or its forgotten corners, secretly trying to tell you about the ground you're standing on?